Yes, I pulled the fire alarm. Not once, not twice, 3 times. Today I wanted to tell you some crazy stories about me when I was a kid, and what better way to exemplify this than to tell you these 3 times that I pulled the fire alarm as a child. Not yesterday, not the day before, as a child. Let's make that clear. Okay, so I was about 5 years old. My parents brought me to this public function at this venue, and I remember during the festivities of the party or the meeting or whatever it was, I found the most beautiful red box I had ever seen in my life, adorned with white symbols that I couldn't read yet, and shiny bright red. I saw that there was a lever that you could just fit your hand in and just pull it down. Now I want to let you in on my mind about what was going through my head when I saw this fire alarm. Okay, I'm not joking here. I literally imagined if I pulled the lever down, confetti and candy would fly from the ceiling, everyone I knew would rush up to me and say, "Congratulations, Will, you did it." I honestly don't know. I don't know where that came from. So I remember I reached up with my little hand and got a good grip on that fire alarm. And then I pulled it. Was there confetti? Not only was there no confetti or candy or people congratulating me, but the sound of the fire alarm was the scariest, craziest, most random thing that I could have ever expected. Then I tried to shut the thing up. I tried to pull the... Look, once you pull a fire alarm, it doesn't go back up. As much as I tried to push that thing up, it didn't go up. So what was the best thing to do? Run the fuck away! Get away from that crime scene! So I ran. I ran and I ran and I ran. And of course, when I saw the fire marshal and the police arrive at the venue, I fessed up and said, "I'm sorry I pulled the fire alarm," in my little 5-year-old voice. "I'm sorry I pulled the fire alarm." And that was that. The second time I pulled the fire alarm, I actually don't really have a recollection of it. My mom tells me I was 6 years old and we were at a hospital. What she remembers is this. She was at the check-in counter when all of a sudden she heard, and she braced herself to look behind her. And when she saw it was my little hand again at the fire alarm, she just burst into tears. Patients trying to get out of their rooms, people with IVs rushing the hallways trying to get out of the hospital. And then when the fire marshal eventually came, she ran to him in tears and his words were, "Oh no, lady, not you again." The third time I pulled it was in 3rd grade. It was at school and I was standing in line with my class outside the classroom when all of a sudden I noticed there was a fire alarm right next to me. Now by this time you could say I was an expert at fire alarms. This fire alarm was different. It had a glass case around it, which I had never seen before in my entire fire alarm pulling career. So what did I do? Well, like any fine scholar, I thought I should examine it. And I remember lifting the lid where it said lift here, where I presumed that you would lift and then pull the fire alarm. But no, that's not how it works. I experimented for you. You lift that shit, the whole glass thing comes off, and it goes, "Argh!" After I lifted the entire lid off, a teacher grabbed my hand, looked me sternly in the eye, and said, "Why did you do that?" I don't know. I was examining the fire alarm. And those are some fine times, guys. Thank you for joining me in recounting these stories of my crazy, insane childhood. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you next Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe, and comment, and like. What is this? So there are some things that I wish were normal, and I'm going to share with you 5 things that I wish were normal.